Hey everybody, what's up? My name's Mackenzie.
And I'm Jonathan.
We are husband and wife, and we'd like to welcome you to TerreDice, where we love to play games and talk about them.
And we are just a week and a half away from Gen Con, which is the largest board game convention in the United States, which means...
we're talking about games! Can you believe it? The Gen Con is almost here.
It feels like it was yesterday, but we've had a crazy year with moving and having a baby, number 2.
Yeah, so running a Kickstarter.
Yeah, it's just been crazy.
Yeah, but anyways, we are so excited for all the games coming, and so we put together a list of our top, and this is all going to be available at Gen Con. So this is our Gen Con 2025 shopping list. All right, so as I said, these are all going to be available as far as we know. Sometimes some last minute changes happen, so don't come for us if it's not. These are all going to be available at Gen Con to purchase. Now, are we going to buy all these? No, I don't know, maybe. Yeah.
Our research is getting pretty good.
It's pretty good. Yeah,
but sometimes we walk up to the table and we're like, ooh, never mind.
It's kind of like, will it fit in our suitcase? But we have put together a list of the top ones we have in no particular order. So I'm going to go first. So first on my list that I'm excited to check out is a game called Spooktacular. Now, this is a game, I have my laptop pulled up here so I can do some notes. It takes place in 1986 and it takes place at a movie theater where the monsters come off the screen and you become the monsters of the cinematic universe where you're trying to defeat other people in the rest of the theater.
It's like that Disney movie that you love.
Yeah, it's like the Phantom of the Megaplex.
Yeah.
Phantom of the Megaplex, kind of. Yeah, it is like kind of like that. But I think it looks really pretty.
Oh yeah, that looks
funky.
You
haven't seen this, right?
Yeah,
I think it has fun components. It looks like our style. I love a good thematic theme.
Yeah,
and
that looks
cute. Yeah, look at that.
Not cute. I mean, it looks spooky.
Yeah.
It looks fun.
But Spooktacular, I will be checking that one out.
Very cool. Next on my list is a game from Direwolf. This is Lightning Train. So this is designed by Paul Denon, who also designed Clank. One of our favorite games in that area is Clank Catacombs. We love that game. And then he also designed Dune Imperium, which is another big game. But this game is like a train game, but with like bag building. So you have like, I mean, we love Quacks of Quedlinburg, where you're like, kind of building your stuff into a bag. I don't know why, but like, pulling things out of a bag, it feels like it's my fault when I like pull the wrong thing. It's even though it's the exact same thing as like a deck. I don't know. But anyway, it's a game where you are building up your little sort of train engine, I guess, and you're trying to, build routes and accomplish goals and things. It seems super interesting. Love the look and feel of it. Very excited to pick it up.
Yeah, as we're doing research for this video, that seems to be a big topic on a lot of people's minds. So
it will be the first one I go to because I feel like it could sell out. We'll see.
That's what I was about to say. So Lightning Train, I think, is going to be a hot ticket item for Gen Con. So if you are interested, make sure you go and check it out on day one. Or sometimes a lot of Gen Con lately, so that people don't run out, they've been capping it each day so everyone gets a fair chance. So they'll do like a certain number of copies each day.
Yeah.
Lightning Train. Moving on. Okay, to keep in the spooky theme. Wow, yours is so like trains, and then mine's like death.
Well, this is the Lightning Train.
Yeah,
it's a pretty spooky looking cover.
So, keeping in our horror theme, we're going even darker. We are going to Inferno. Now, this is I don't know much about the gameplay, but I thought the concept sounded really cool and the art looks awesome. So it's based on, it's like Dante's Inferno. So you are the demons of hell and you are helping guide the souls that are going to hell to the levels of hell, the circles of hell that they deserve. So, so super light. But it looks fun and it looks like that creepy, dark thing. Anything with a niche theme, which you're going to see from my list, I like, and a commitment to the theme. I like that we are the demons, and just the theme on Dante's Inferno looks like a lot of fun. I will be checking this one out.
Awesome. Next up on my list is, so this is one that we've pre-ordered, but we don't need to go get it at Gen Con, but I believe it will be there. That is the Arnak Big Box. So for Lost Ruins of Arnak, they have come up with this huge big box solution. Now, what I find hilarious about this is, I'm sorry, Czech Games, I'm going to tell you for a second, you are like terrible at box organization. Like typically it's just
I think
like,
they know. I think it saves money.
yeah, you open it up and it's just a box and everything's just kind of floating around everywhere. And so they have developed like this beautiful insert with plastic pieces that all go perfectly in grooves. And they also, there's a new expansion with it. So like lots of good stuff coming from the Arnak big box.
Fun, fun, fun. All right, always fun to go into that Czech Games room. All right, we're going into a lighter, we'll go lighter. Okay, so by Devere Games, I am very excited about Red Carpet. It's a game where you are playing as one of the paparazzi, and there's actually a red carpet felt piece where you're lined up at a movie premiere and the stars are walking down and you are trying to capture with your actual phone, trying to capture them and do like certain requirements. There's like a tripod stand that it comes with that you can't move from what I know about. Now people have said this might be similar to the game Picture Perfect, which is like where you're trying to get like a picture of a bunch of people at a home. But I love this kind of concept of actually using your phone. It's not app based, but you're just using your phone to capture those with the requirements. I am excited. And I think I've always loved the games that come out from Devere, so I'm expecting big things from this one.
Yeah, that does sound fun. Okay, next up on my list is a game from Good Games Publishing, who actually was the publisher of our game Bark Avenue. But they have a new game coming out that is 12 Rivers. Now, this was a game that was previously kickstarted. Part of Good Games' business is basically taking those games, doing a little bit more development, and doing a re-release or for this case, a first-time release in the United States and internationally. And 12 Rivers is a game where you actually have this 3D board that's foam core, and you've got these gorgeous, like 5 different color pearls that are going to be rolling down the river. And you are placing your pieces, sort of like your presents, up the river to try to get these valuable pearls, which you're going to pack under your little like alpaca or llama, I think. And you're going to take all of the pearls that you get and give them to villagers who need certain pearls to complete their challenges. Now, the sort of like interesting thing is that it's harder to go higher up the river, but the higher up the river you are, you get to sift through all the good stuff first before it goes down to everybody else. It seems really interesting, and the art's beautiful. I'm really excited to check this one out.
Yes, so I am particularly excited about this one because they helped publish Bark Avenue, our game. I saw this game 2 years ago hidden under a table at the booth, and it was like just like the one prototype of like this cardboard prototype, and they were like secretly looking at it and tweaking it, and so to see it in full scale coming to life. Since you are talking about good games, this is a good time to at least say, so our game Bark Avenue, it released a couple years ago, it was at Gen Con. Our expansion is coming out. It is, if you are a Bark Avenue fan, that will still be available, and as well as you'll be able to see a prototype copy of our expansion coming out. That's Kings and Queens and Concrete Jungle. You'll be able to see that. So if you are a Bark Avenue fan, we love you. We really appreciate you. All right, so next I have Wroth.
Okay, super interesting. Do you know that I've played this game?
No.
Yeah, okay. So I just played this in New York last time I was there.
Really?
Yeah, I played it with Dan and all.
Well, then you talk about it.
So, you should
Did you like it?
Well, you tell me.
All right. Well, I picked it because I saw that it was the same designer as Dice Throne, and I was excited about that, and I thought that I wanted to check that, and it was really pretty and colorful, and people were saying that it had a really good combat system, but tell me about it, sir.
So, yes, I did play it. Basically, it's this like super neon colorful, which I love the color scheme. It's really, really fun. Sort of like area control game where you have a like plateau thing in the middle of an island. And the interesting thing is that different spaces are going to give you both different like base benefits, and then like, oh, there's these tiles there that make spaces stronger or weaker, or let you do certain actions or things like that. So the thing that was like interesting about it was that some spaces were significantly harder to get to than others, because you come in down at the bottom and you gotta like, climb your way up into the island. It was like a very sort of like tricksy, like, oh, and at the last minute I move all my forces in and kill 3 of your forces and now I fully control that space kind of game, which I don't love those games very much. because they're very punishing. I did win though, which was really fun. I just made a lot of enemies.
I don't love it, but I won.
I made a lot of enemies. I felt bad. Everyone hated me because of the way that I was playing.
Okay, so may or may not be on your shopping list. So
yeah, I probably won't buy it. But it was definitely a good game.
But is it for other people?
It was definitely a good game.
All right, for other people. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, well, go ahead. That was my next one. So
okay.
Go ahead.
My next one on my list is Kronologic Cuzco 1450. So this is one of those Clue style games. It's like a whodunit, where, when, what, how. It is by the same people who did Turing Machine, which was a really popular game at Gen Con a couple years ago. And yeah, I feel like everything that I read about it said it was going to be pretty fun. There have been previous Kronologic games, but this was the theme that interests me most. Cuzco, I would love to go there. So I thought that this looked really cool.
So speaking of good themes, let's hop over to what's happening at the Ravensburg booth, because we love Ravensburger. We enjoy being able to cover a lot of this stuff on this channel. Mm-hmm. So they're going to have I'm pretty sure they're probably going to do up. It's probably going to be, their booth's always fun.
Yeah.
So the Villainous line is going to be available. Cold Tactics and Treacherous Tides. Those will both be available at
That's Star Wars
Gen Con.
Villainous and Disney Villainous.
Correct.
So we got new characters.
Yes, so we did full reviews on those already. Spectacular games. I'm really excited about those lineups in the series.
Yeah, we got Grand Admiral Thrawn, Count Dooku, and then on the Disney side, we got Tamatoa and Davy Jones.
Mm-hmm. And is Horrified going to be available?
Yeah, I believe it should be, because it's already available in Target. We're going to guess because it's not listed, but Horrified Dungeons and Dragons is the brand new Horrified game.
I'm thinking it's going to be available.
It should be.
It should be, because you can buy it at Target, but that one it's really fun, and it rivals with the original one, I think, for the puzzles and the things that are coming out. And if you're a D&D fan, it definitely... someone said in our comments that it's like a love letter to people that love D&D, so that made me happy to read.
Your abilities are D20 skill check based, and then the funniest gimmick monster is that the Mimic is one of the characters, and the Mimic's gimmick is that when you're picking up items, one of those might be the Mimic, and then he pops out in front of you.
Yeah, it's very cool.
It's very cool.
And then there's also going to be Lorcana stuff. So Ravensburger, other big item is Lorcana, which is the TCG, the Disney card playing game, trading card game. And there'll be a bunch of new things there and things going on for that event as well.
Yeah.
And I know a couple of the designers and people involved will be walking around. So if you're a Disney Lorcana fan, you can
they have so much stuff.
Meet them.
All the Arcasia's Island stuff. I hope the Jafar Palace Heist is available there. It's
yes.
an awesome
So
game.
we did a full review. That was our last video that just came out. If you haven't had a chance to play Lorcana, because it's you don't want to open up that can of worms, spending all that money to get different cards and collect them to be really competitive in the game, then I highly recommend checking out the Palace Heist, which is a board game of Lorcana where it gives you 2 competitive decks, which you can take out of Lorcana and play against each other. Out of Palace Heist and play against others. Or you can keep it contained in that box and have a great time and get to play Lorcana.
If you have younger folks in your party, then you should check out, if they have it, Disney Villainous Unstoppable.
Yeah.
This is a brand new game that they have coming out in the Villainous universe, but it definitely caters to a younger audience. We'll be talking about that more on the channel later. Next on my list is another one that just came in the mail. I just got it, and that is Brink from IV Studios. So Brink is their next big box game. They were the designers and developers of Moonrakers, which is one of our favorite games. I think we love the negotiation aspect of that. If you like negotiation and trading, but not the randomness of Catan or things like that.
And a really fancy looking game.
And a really fancy and really stupidly expensive game. You will enjoy, I think, any of their games. Brink seems super interesting from everything that I've learned about it so far. Basically, you have these ships that are your workers, and you got a 1, a 2, and a 3. And that basically is how many hex worker placement spaces they can cover. And you're going to be collecting resources, and those resources, some of which are resources that you have to trade away. So you're going to get things that you cannot keep, which is a super interesting concept, because it's I'm going to receive this, but I must give it to someone else or get rid of it. So I want to try to find ways to trade with people, and it really encourages trading. I think that's going to be really interesting. There's like hidden components and all this other stuff, so I think that's going to be a really interesting game. Of course, super deluxe components, really pretty looking, so excited to see that there.
Okay, so this is the last one on my list, and then Jonathan has a longer shopping list than me, so he will continue. So the next one I have is Habemus Papam. Did I say that right?
I'm not gonna say it right either.
Habemus Papam. It is a game that is about electing the new pope. Now, this on Board Game Geek isn't ranked very highly. I'm hoping it's just because it's like a niche theme. So because I am very curious about this game, because it's a hidden information game. So you're trying to get your pope, your person elected into office, and there's all these negotiating and different things like that. And it seems very thematic to the actual process of electing a pope. Yeah. So I am excited to check it out. I'm definitely going to go and look at it, and I'm hoping I can play a test round because I love a niche theme, and I will be checking it out.
Okay, cool, sweet. Well, I've got just a couple more. One of those is Four Doors from Happy Camper. This is a cooperative, like little small box game where there's doors and we're trying to get into the doors, but you gotta like shine a light on them. There's stuff going on in between them. I don't know, but truthfully, the only reason that this is on my list is because Jason Headley put it on his list, and he was like so ecstatic about it when he played it. And he's another influencer who like I respect his opinion and have enjoyed many games that I played with him. So I just literally put it on my list because he said it was cool. So I don't know anything else about it.
All right.
Next on my list is Ruins from All Play. This is a John D. Clare game. And it is sort of like a re-implementation of a game, I guess, from many years ago called Custom Heroes. But it is a card crafting game. So you have transparent cards, and you're trying to create better cards by overlaying different cards together. Now, the interesting thing is that you don't get to keep those cards a lot of the time, so they go back into a pool, and then other people can like take the cards that you upgraded. So it seems pretty interesting. I'm very, very interested in that one. I think it's going to be pretty popular too. Next up on my list is Battle for Hoth from Asmodee. This is a new rendition of Memoir 1944, but it's set in the Star Wars universe with the Battle of Hoth. Now, if you pick it up at Gen Con, they have like little promo like minis of the like shield generator and like the base. So pretty cool promos. And you have to pre-order it. So if you want it at Gen Con, make sure you pre-order it on their site before you get there.
Is it still available?
I think so, yeah. So that is one that I'm really excited about. And it is getting a retail release
I'll put a link right below. So if you're watching this portion of the video, I put a link in the YouTube description for that, where you can go pre-order, get your spot reserved.
There's a lot of games that we like play, but we don't talk about on this channel. Mainly the super heavy, crunchy stuff. One, because like, it's a lot to cover a really heavy game. Two, it's just like, it doesn't really feel like our sort of like cup of tea in terms of like what we like talking about, what our audience likes.
Yeah, like what our audience likes. And
yeah. But I would say, we always have our guilty pleasure, like 3-hour games, and this is one of those. So that is Luthier from Paverson Games. So Luthier is someone who creates stringed instruments. And so it's a period piece game about creating and repairing violins and other instruments like that. Art by Vincent Dutrait, really heavy, like 3-hour Euro, mid-weight heavy Euro. Seems very, very interesting. All the mechanics seem really cool. I'm excited to check that one out.
So that is our Gen Con 2025 shopping list. Now, the best part about Gen Con that I love is being able to walk around the aisles and be able to pick something up. And without a doubt, always like my favorite game I come back with is one that's not on this list, and it's one that I just find wandering the hall. Because it's always like a fun way to discover and actually see the games in real life. Yeah. Now, we will be covering all days of Gen Con. I will be doing a reel each day of Gen Con, so if you want to follow us, look in the YouTube Shorts or over on our Instagram channel to keep an up-to-date on what's going on. We will then doing a full review of everything we learned, because since we get to run this YouTube channel, we get to have the privilege of getting to go and see some new games that are coming out. Some get to like go into some parties. So there's a little
some stuff
bit of
that's under embargo right now that we'll be covering once we see it there.
Yeah, so there's like a lot of other fun surprises, and then who knows what else we'll get up to. So I am excited to be heading over to Indianapolis. Indiana is special to our hearts because Jonathan and I met in Indiana. We both went to school in Terre Haute, Indiana. I went to Indiana State University, and Jonathan went to Rose-Hulman. So it is very fun each year to be able to head back over to Indy, and some college friends usually end up wandering into Gen Con as well. So thank you guys so much. We hope you have a wonderful time if you are heading to Gen Con, or if you're watching this to get your goodies to put in the bag after Gen Con's over. We really appreciate you. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know whenever we put out a new video. And we'll see you next time, or we'll see you at Gen Con. Happy playing!